Let's go! Huge pattern right now in Bitcoin. Actually, it seems like as I was pressing the record button, we are actually about to break down from this big pattern forming on Bitcoin. Well, good thing I already posted this 51 seconds ago on Twitter to keep you updated. So make sure to follow me on Twitter if you are not already following me there. But we're going to talk about Bitcoin a lot today, guys. We're going to talk about whether you should jump into a trade right now. What is my long and short term outlook for Bitcoin? We're obviously also talking about Ethereum. Ethereum's struggling a little bit right now. We're talking about Cardano. So you will want to watch this video if you are a Cardano holder. And who is buying $4.8 billion worth of Bitcoin? Well, it is these two guys apparently, so I'm going to show you that information as well. But welcome back everybody. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe right now because yes, we are providing trading content. We are providing the top altcoins and everything you need to know to make money in the crypto markets. So let's jump into this pattern right now. Okay, so on the Bitcoin 1 hour, you have a lot of touching points right here. You also have a couple of touching points right here on the bodies of the candles. Now, it looks like we are actually breaking down, or could you do something like this? I guess you could. Okay, so if we flip this to a line chart, how is it looking then? Okay, so on the line chart, we are actually right at the edge right now. But on some exchanges, it's going to be different. But just pay attention to this if you are going to see a big breakdown or not. So what is the target? Let's assume that we are still inside of this triangle or this ascending triangle. What is the target going to be to the downside? Because that looks more likely right now. Well, let's take a look at it. So to the downside, we got some targets right here. And the target is obviously 48,270 at the edge of this brown box. And then you've got 47,025 and you got $45,000. So that is what you need to know about that pattern. But to the upside, what if we are going to break to the upside? Well, let me go back to that pattern again to see what's actually going on right now. Okay, so it looks like, yes, we are indeed breaking down. So yeah, if you're following me on Twitter, then you already know about this. But if you're watching the video right now, then obviously you know how this was played out. But if this was going to break to the upside, so let's say we're only going to get a fake out here. We're going to get a wick, and then we are going to get into this triangle again. So the targets to the upside is going to be 52,680 and 55,185. So these are my orange lines right here. That is what I am basing my resistance and support levels on, even on this triangle. What you could also do is you could just do the measured move like this. The problem is that I don't like this being extended all the way down here. So, I mean, this is not super beautiful, but you could take the target of 56,473 or 43, and then you could take the target to the downside at 44,219. But yeah, always pay attention to these levels as well. So how's it going with my trade? It's going cool. I mean, nothing serious happening actually. So this was actually at a couple of thousands in profit a couple of hours ago, but right now it is at $500 in profit. Still not too bad, you know, being at a profit from this huge crash from $58,000 and still being profitable. But I'm going to keep this open. You see the funding rate is neutral, nothing negative on the funding rate right here. So I will keep this open. I am expecting this to go up. If we go down, well, you already know the deal. I am just going to continue to buy according to these levels. So one of the questions I usually get is, should you get into a trade right now? Well, it depends on your strategy. Like this strategy, building a position like this trade I have right here. So this is being built over time. Like if we get one of these huge wicks, it's to capitalize on these big movements and then playing off the bounce, because you're always going to get a bounce. Just like I said in my video yesterday, if you're selling your Bitcoin right now, remember, if you're going to sell, someone will be buying that Bitcoin. And so if you would have sold right here at $45,000, that would have been the bottom. And as I've always been saying, you're always going to have a bounce. When you see a sharp movement to the downside, you are going to have a bounce eventually, and then you can take that decision whether to sell or not at a higher level. Like I said yesterday, you could decide to sell right now above this brown box. You have the chance to get out now if you're over leveraged, if you, for whatever reason, if you're feeling stressed out, you have the chance to get out, but you should probably not sell into the very bottom of a sharp movement down. So hopefully some of you took that advice and didn't sell down here. Instead, you are contemplating whether you should sell up here or not. As for me, you know already, I'm holding that position. I'm holding my huddle bag. I am holding everything right now. I am taking profit at the higher levels. Once we go to 55, once we go to 60, 100,000 and 200,000, that is when I am taking profit, and I am always talking about that on my channel when I am taking profit as well, as you all know. But here's the deal. As long as we are above the brown box right here, that is very positive for Bitcoin. Now we are on the 1 hour, yes. So this is not as significant, but you have to look at this on the 4 hour, and you had a huge wick right here, but you had a strong bounce. And then you've been pretty much been on the edge of the brown box right here. But the most important thing is the daily. So as you can see right here on the daily, we are actually right at the edge right here. So what I would want to see is I would want us to have a strong bounce here and close above the brown vicinity. If we do not do that, if we, for say, get down to these levels and we struggle with breaking through this level again and we start consolidate here, then $42,000 is not out of the question. So I'm just going to tell you that straight away. $42,000 is not out of the question, especially if we come down here and we do not stay above this level right here. And what I also want to prepare you for is something that happens in every bull market, and this is when I will go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, I will flip on the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, and in every single bull market we always come down and test this, and in every single bull market this holds. So what am I saying here? Am I saying that we will go down to $32,000 because that is where this is at right now? Well, no, because as we consolidate at these levels and perhaps we go up more and we come down a bit, this is going to rise, and eventually this is going to, if the price stays at the same point for the entire year, this is going to reach parity. It's going to be right at the price action. So you understand, this is rising. It's just a bit delayed right now because we have had such a strong, movement in the markets. You can see that back in September, we were actually touching this several times right here. And this is what happens in bull markets. Let me go back to 2017. Here we also touched it multiple times here on the way up, and you want this to rise. This is why I'm telling you, be prepared for a couple of weeks or, months even of sideways action and consolidation, because that is more healthy. Now, Bitcoin usually do not do that. Bitcoin just has rapid movements to the upside or downside in bull markets, heavy dips and big pumps. But understand that if we have some sideways action, it's not a bad thing, because that is going to get us closer to the 21 EMA also. But yeah, I will keep you updated regarding the 21 EMA. And guys, if you want to start trading over on Bybit, you can get a $200 bonus. You can also get a $200 bonus on Femex. This is actually a typo, so my bad regarding this one right here. But you sign up using this link right here on Femex. You sign up using this link. If you want to use my trading tool I am using, then you sign up using this link for TradingView. But let's continue talking about Ethereum. So Ethereum right now is struggling a bit with getting through my orange line right here. And in general, Ethereum is just waiting to see what Bitcoin is going to do. But we have some significant overhead resistance here. All of these resistances we will have to break through on Ethereum before we reach our previous all-time high. So you have more resistance actually on Ethereum than you have on Bitcoin. On Bitcoin, you basically have 1, 2, 3 major resistances. So yeah, I'm hoping Ethereum is going to see a significant boost, but I will keep you updated. Now on Cardano, on the other hand, everything is going according to plan. So we were expecting Cardano to consolidate mostly in this vicinity, but definitely in this vicinity between these lines. And so far, everything is looking fine. And actually, look at this rebound. Cardano has been holding up pretty well. Cardano is down from the top right now, 15%, while Ethereum, for comparison, is down 22%. And then you also have to consider that Ethereum already had such a huge rally. So in other words, Cardano right now is looking strong, definitely. And if we can hold this $1 level, which I am expecting Cardano to hold, as I said, I'm expecting us to consolidate in this vicinity, things are looking pretty good for Cardano when it comes to the mainnet or the Gogen implementation being released later. And actually, I am probably going to talk about that later on in another video being released on this channel. So make sure to subscribe if you like Cardano. I will probably release that video later today. Now, let's move on to this. Now, so Dubai's IBC group pledges 100,000 Bitcoin, the largest Bitcoin investment in history, to support the setup of the Miami 2.0 Blockchain Strategy Foundation. Now, I will say I'm not too sure about the validity of this because I tried Googling these guys and I didn't find that much information. But according to a couple of articles, and this is being spread around Twitter as well, so there's a lot of hype around this, but the value would be at current prices 4.8 billion to set up the Miami 2.0 Blockchain Strategy Foundation and many other related joint venture projects. So they are trying to kind of jumpstart Miami's blockchain adoption. So yeah, interesting. We will see what comes of this. And as I said, not entirely sure about the validity of this information, but 4.8 billion, yeah, I will take that. So be prepared, guys. Be prepared for if you are going to see this triangle break here as I am releasing this video. And let me see here if we got an update. So there we go. You have the breakdown, as I said. So right now you're actually seeing the breakdown and you are having a retest. And are we going to reach these lower targets? Well, you already know probably by the time you're watching this video. But make sure to subscribe if you are not yet subscribed, and I will see you in the next video.